Hey guys, it's GameGuard here, and today I will be doing a tier list for some Undertale characters. So let's get straight into the video, and I'll be sure to leave a link to this tier list in the description down below. Hope you enjoy. So in the S tier, I will put the annoying dog because he's so cute and he just makes the game experience so much better. And I have a personal connection with the dog, so yeah, for me, he goes in S tier. And secondly, I have to back my boy Sans, since my whole channel is dedicated to Sans and his theme song Megalovania. It would be unjust for me to put him anything less than S tier, and he's kind of synonymous with the game Undertale. Whenever anyone hears of Undertale, the first character they think of is Sans, so I have to back him. He carried the game to its popularity, some could say, and yeah, he deserves to be S tier. So next we have the characters that I want to put into the A tier, and I had to put Papyrus in there because his son's his brother. I love his humour and he makes the game so much better in my opinion, but not quite S tier. He's not as badass and well known as Sans. So yeah, I'd say just below S tier. A tier fits him perfectly. Next character will be Undyne. She's a pretty badass character. She's weapons based. I found her pretty cool. So I believe she's deserving of A tier over some of the other characters that some people may put in A tier or S tier. So yeah, that's my personal opinion on that. A tier for her. And finally, the last character that I will be putting into A tier is Toriel. She is the compassionate mother figure of the game, and I believe she plays quite a vital role in my opinion. So for that alone, I think she is very deserving of A tier for how kind she is and how compassionate, and just the warmth that she brings to the game. So now moving into B tier, I've decided to put Frisk and Chara in this tier because I believe that they do play a vital role in the game, especially Frisk since you play as that character. But I don't think they are deserving of A or S tier because nothing spectacular stands out about them to me. So, but I do believe they do have a vital role to some extent. So I don't want to put them anything less than B. I feel like B fits them perfectly. So that's where I will be putting them. Next, I will be putting Asgore into B tier. I'd say he's overall a pretty badass character, pretty cool. One of the main characters in the game, you could say, who you fight. And I'd say arguably is some people's favourite. However, after finding out he is Toriel's ex-husband, unfortunately, since I love Toriel and I've put it into A tier, means that I'm going to have to nudge Asgore down a mark just for finding that out alone. So yeah, B tier for him. And finally in B tier, we have Metaton. She's also quite a big character in the game, but I believe, in my opinion, she's not as big as Asgore, Toriel, or Papyrus. So I've put her at the end of B tier. She is quite a notable character in her own way, a robot with a soul. And yeah, I feel like she is quite deserving of B tier. She's the epitome of B tier in every way. Next up, we have C tier, and to start that off, we have Flowey, which is the first major character we are introduced to as the protagonist. He kind of sets the tone for the game, and I believe it's quite a good introductory character. And I do like Flowey. I know he's quite evil, but yeah, I'd say I'd put him in front of C tier for that reason. But he's not as significant as obviously lots of the major bosses in the game. So yeah, C tier fits perfectly for this character. Next up in C tier, we have Alphys, the scientist. She definitely plays quite a major role in the game with the creation of Metaton, and you kind of get some character development when you find out her feelings towards some of the other characters that she has a crush on. And yeah, I'd say quite a mid character to be honest. Definitely necessary for the storyline, but not quite standout-ish in my opinion. You guys might think differently, but yeah, C tier fits perfectly in my opinion. Next up in C tier, we have Nats the Bluke. And yeah, I believe that obviously he's not a major boss within the game, but you do fight him, and I believe that this character isn't deserving of the bottom tier, so for that reason alone, automatically gets upgraded to C tier. But towards the end of C tier, in my opinion, is somewhat notable but not that significant. So yeah, perfectly C tier fits this character. And finally, to finish C tier, we have Muffet. She automatically goes straight to the bottom of C tier for her being a spider alone, and I hate spiders a lot. So I'd say a notable of enough character to not be in bottom tier, but just barely, in my opinion. She scrapes C tier by the skin of her teeth or whatever those things are in her mouth. But yeah, C tier sums up the character perfectly. Like low C tier, C minus, if you will. And finally, we enter the D tier. All these characters, in my opinion, don't really stand out, and I don't really have much of an opinion of them to even classify them anything higher than bottom tier. So for that reason alone, I will literally give no reason other than the reason that they are irrelevant to me, and the characters just don't stand out or really play too much of a role in the game to make it a much better experience, in my opinion. So yeah, obviously some of you guys might strongly disagree with me, but that's how I feel, and yeah. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.